Welcome back to the King's Hall, Belfast for Tyson Fury against Nicolai Firtha in a 12-round international heavyweight contest. In a moment, we'll hear from our commentators Dave Farah and Al Bernstein, but first your MC, Thomas Treiber.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the ring from the United States, Nicolai Stoneman Firtha.
Surprise.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the ring the British and Commonwealth heavyweight champion, Tyson Fury.
Of the crowd here in Belfast. The King's Hall is simply vibrant, and he is loving every moment out.
A homecoming of sorts. Of course, he was born near Galway to a father who was a traveler, a boxer. Named him Tyson because he thought he'd be a heavyweight champion someday. And here he is in his own hometown, basking in the glory of his own country.
The doctor said, don't call him Tyson, he'll be too small.
This is not a huge ring, and there are a couple of very big men that will make it look smaller.
Good evening and welcome to King's Hall here in Belfast, Northern Ireland for our featured bout, and it is being brought to you by Hennessy Sports. It is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing, and it is an international heavyweight challenge. Sponsored by Invest Us, Lonsdale, Malone Lodge, Kennedy Center, Cool FM, and The Box. It is sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control. Steward in charge is John Williamson. Local representative is John Campbell. Our timekeeper is Dale Elliott. And now, ladies and gentlemen, live live in the UK on Channel 5, in Canada on Super Channel, and in the United States on Fight Now TV. From Belfast, Northern Ireland, this is our main event of the evening. Introducing to you first, to my left in the blue corner, he's wearing white trunks with green trim and weighed in at 17 stone, 9 pounds, 12 ounces. Coming to us from Akron, Ohio, he brings a professional record of 20 wins, 8 defeats, 1 draw, with 8 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Nicolai Stoneman Firtha. And his opponent across the ring in this main event, fighting out of the red corner, he's wearing white trunks with black trim and weighed in at 18 stone, 1 pound, 2 ounces. Hailing from Manchester, he is undefeated with 15 wins, and 10 of his 15 wins come by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the heavyweight sensation and the reigning British and Commonwealth champion, Tyson. Your referee in charge and also judging this fight is John King.
You know what I expect from both of you. Shake hands about boxing.
So we're all set. Tyson Fury with a big test here against Nicolai Firtha, who went the distance with Alexander Povetkin, of course, who is the new WBA heavyweight champion, with that having been vacated by Vladimir Klitschko, or at least he was put up to super champion. But Povetkin is serious, and Firtha went 10 rounds with him.
Well, however absurd it was to make the winner of that fight a champion, the bottom line is Povetkin is one, and he's a very good fighter. And for Firtha to go to Germany and handle himself that well speaks volumes. And of course, he's in a hostile territory tonight against a man who's favored to beat him.
Tyson Fury already trying to get behind that jab. 3-inch height advantage, of course, 6'9", Tyson Fury. And Firtha has to work out a way.
Firtha's fought twice as many rounds as Tyson Fury, 154 to 75. So clearly the experience that Mark had talked about earlier is helping Firtha, or could help him in this fight. It's important for both men to establish their jab. It's always important for Fury, and Firtha tends to paw with that jab, and that sometimes leaves him susceptible to getting hit with the right hand.
Plenty of sharpness about Tyson Fury's work. Sharpness about the jab there. Firtha already knows that he is in with someone special.
And the difference between fighting a Povetkin, who's a short, stocky fighter who relies on the left hook, and Tyson Fury is that Fury's tall and will throw the jab. Now, a moment ago, Firtha landed an uppercut. He's got a really good one and landed it against Povetkin. That could be a big punch against Fury.
Such an important punch when you're conceding a height advantage. Fury went for a big right hand there against Firtha. Didn't miss by a great deal either. Good opening to the fight. Not spending too long finding each other out. And Fury behind that jab again. Then he threw a left hook.
Fury is an interesting fighter. Everyone knows that he's tall. He likes the jab. There's his uppercut, which was a big one. But he likes to fight on the inside and bang like this, and it makes it exciting.
Tyson Fury wants to make a statement here, and he's making it. Right left hand, and then Firtha back on the ropes. The Stone Man holding on.
That's the combination punching that when Fury uses it, makes him special as a heavyweight.
Threw a big right again, but didn't quite land. Thrilling opening from Tyson Fury. Doesn't just want to win, but wants to prove a point. And already blood to the nose of Firtha. Another right there from Fury.
He's already done more damage to Firtha than Pivette can get over 10 rounds.
Left to the body.
Your left hand out in his face, lock it, and drive
Okay,
your
you
right
go
to
street
it.
like this.
There's an uppercut,
All right, go jump on him. Don't quit playing around, okay? This guy doesn't have your skills. You're just standing out there posing.
Shit.
Watch out. Let me get
Trying to get that jab in there.
Okay, you got to catch.
10 seconds.
There's the right hand from Tyson Fury and the left after it. Throwing some great combinations in that first round.
Firtha's corner was saying to him, you've got to streak fight this guy. Got to get in there and grab and hold and maybe do it the dirty way.
They want to make Tyson Fury fight the kind of messy fight that Fury sometimes gets into. And that's, at this point, I think they've established that as Firtha's main chance because of the height and reach of Fury, and he's using it so well.
Very precise performance so far from Tyson Fury.
Firtha said in between rounds, he told his corner, I'm trying to get my jab in, it's not working, and that has been the problem for him. He can't walk in past anything because that jab that you see is stopping him.
Right there from Fury. And he's trying to throw that overhand right all the time, and he caught Firtha there. And the jab is so powerful and such a good base for the bigger man. And at the moment, Nicolai Firtha doesn't have any answers at all.
When Tyson Fury uses his height, uses his reach, and stands behind the jab and throws those right hands, he looks like the taller heavyweights that work, the Klitschko's, the great Lennox Lewis, who of course was one of the great heavyweight champions of all time. That's the ticket for him in the long run as a world fighter.
I wasn't going to mention the K word, but you did.
Well,
he did have a little Klitschko's about it, the way he's dominating behind that left jab.
That's the, you know, for a big, tall heavyweight, they are utilizing what Lewis utilized, and it's the way to fight when you have that height and reach advantage.
A little more there from Nicolai Firtha, the man from Akron, Ohio.
And what Tyson Fury is showing tonight is a discipline to not languish on the inside and battle away.
Left hook there from Tyson Fury, finding a way through the guard here of Firtha all the time, and then left to the body, followed by a right hook.
And you know, for Firtha, this has been just a nightmare. But, you know, he's fighting a bigger, taller man. When he fought Pivette, he was a shorter fighter. Firtha could fight at his own pace. Fury is pushing the pace and making Firtha fight every second of every round, and it's taking a toll.
Nothing wrong with Tyson Fury's conditioning here. A little bit more coming back from Firtha. Landed his jab for just about the first time in the fight. And then Fury responds. Another good round for Tyson Fury.
Now listen to me, right? If you remain calm now, when he comes in close, put your hands up tight.
The corner of Tyson Fury.
You're doing okay.
They're saying at the moment you're doing okay. He's doing a bit better than that, Al.
I'll say you, Fury, his trainer, and his uncle. And this is the prototypical way for Fury to fight when he's fighting and staying on the outside using the jab and a straight right hand. That's an effective Tyson Fury.
Always a feeling about Nicolai Firtha that he's lost the big fights in both the amateurs and the pros. Likes of Travis Walker and Jason Gavin in the amateurs. Ty Fields and Nevin Pikic as well. Fields another big man, of course.
Yeah, Fields was the other big heavyweight he faced, and the height and reach bedeviled him in that fight, as it is tonight. Of course, Fields, while he's got other issues, one is not punching power. He has that, and of course, people saw that when he was in the prize fight.
Fury is trying to take Firtha out here. And he's trying to send a message to Alexander Povetkin and to the world, and indeed to the other domestic heavyweight contenders.
Tyson Fury is fighting a disciplined and smart fight. Now there's Firtha landing a nice little short right hand. Firtha has a very good, tricky right hand. He has not been able to get it in over the jab of Fury because Fury's jab is coming back very well. He's not languishing with it out there. See, look how quickly Fury brings the jab back after he throws it. That's good technique.
Just quicker to the punch as well, Tyson Fury so far. Almost sends Firtha winding up there as Fury caught him. Landed together there, but better for Firtha. Oh, Fury's in trouble here. Great moments in the fight for Firtha. Out of nowhere.
Overhand right that Chisora landed some, and that's his Achilles heel. And boy, did Firtha get it in.
Has Fury's head cleared here? Still over a minute of the round to go. And Firtha can feel an upset coming on, but Fury is holding furiously. A mini crisis there, certainly for Tyson Fury.
He had this moment against Chisora early in their fight, but I don't know if he was as hurt as this. Firtha, look at his corner. He better keep punching.
Here he comes again, Firtha, his corner, screaming at John Keane, the referee, to take a point off him for holding off Fury, that is, and Fury staggers back again. He's got a granite chin, Fury, but it's being tested here by Firtha. This well-seasoned professional who took the fight at 2 weeks' notice, and Fury is having a nightmare of a round here.
This is what you get in Fury fights. There's ups and there's downs.
He recovered from a terrible second against Derek Chisora. He's going to have to recover from a third here. Real catastrophic stuff for Fury there. Great round for Nicolai, Firtha, Al, and I think we have a fight.
You sure do, and Tyson Fury knows he has a challenge in Firtha. There are a few Fury fans.
Don't exchange punches. Keep tight and keep your chin down.
This was the overhand right. Now that jab languished out there, and Firtha didn't just land the right, he's came with some hooks, and then you'll see an uppercut get in here. Well, it did just after that. The Fury jab, you see, still an effective weapon, but that left hand stayed low, and Firtha was able to land the right. But I think what was more impressive was Firtha landed the combinations after.
Close up like a clam, and when you're on the outside, give him an eye. Mid to close range, don't do nothing only lean in.
You can hear the instructions as clearly as us. Well, if the crowd felt it was turning into a procession, they have to think again. Tyson Fury needs to box on the outside, not start trading, not continue trading.
And that has to do with Firtha being so tough. Now, in that Povetkin fight, Povetkin landed some really big shots. He didn't go anywhere. Early in this fight, Fury lands some big shots. He doesn't go anywhere, and now he starts to have some big moments.
And it will have given him so much confidence and so much momentum, Nicolai Firtha. He was looking half-beaten at the end of the second round, but he bravely came back. Good right there, though, from Tyson Fury, trying to turn the tide of this fight. And another right from Fury, doing it from range. Right hook and left hand from Fury. But he's so tough, Nicolai Firtha.
Fury fighting 8 weeks after he won the British and Commonwealth title. That's almost unheard of. Took a week off and got right back into training. And he's in a battle.
Referee just wants a word here.
That's a filibuster from referee King. Is that what they call it in Parliament here?
They certainly don't.
They're doing the Congress in the U.S.
Fans of the West Wing will know what you're talking about, but no one else. Fury in there holding on. Of course, it's not titles on the line, but it is his burgeoning reputation. Firtha still having some success here. Come back well from that early Fury spell at the start of round 4. And the blood pouring from the nose of Nicolai Firtha.
Both these men feel emotional about this. We know Tyson Fury returning to England, but also Nicholas Firtha, whose mother is Irish. He's got relatives that live here and talks to them all the time on the phone. He was so excited to come here and fight. So he's showing emotion here and toughness.
And your mother's called Deborah O'Connor. You can safely say you have Irish blood. And in a manner of ways, they both come home here, and they're putting on a real show, these two. Fury a little more solid behind the jab in this round. Right there from Fury, closing in again. Great action at the end of the round, and Firtha stumbles to the ground. But he gets the count, it counts as a knockdown. Huge drama here.
Just standing there posing for him.
Shit.
Will you quit doing it?
Yes.
What the hell you do all this training for?
This is the corner then of Nicolai Firtha.
All right, now let's go out there.
And he's getting some pretty strident advice.
Tyson Fury regained his footing in that round by using the jab and the straight right hand. That one right at the end of the round hurt Firtha. Had it come earlier in the round, it might have created a situation where he could stop this fight. Now, this is called a knockdown by referee King. You can make the case that it wasn't, but certainly he was hurt.
They've both been hurt so far. Which way will this fight go now? Only into round 5, and Tyson Fury really wanting to make a statement here, wanting to take a step onto the international ladder.
In the Chisora fight, Tyson Fury hurt a knuckle on his left hand, and remember, Dave, he had to fight as a left-hander a lot. Because of that, they said it feels good again, it's all cured, and you can make the case for it because he's used that left jab a lot in this fight.
Impressive that he didn't make too much of that. He got on with his job and took Derek Chisora's titles. Remember, Chisora was favourite before that fight. Fury was a prohibitive favourite here and is now fighting like one. Super right to the jaw of Firtha, and this has come earlier in the round. 2 minutes now. If Firtha was a little stunned by that, he's got a long time to survive.
You're struck here by the toughness of Firtha and the fact that the Fury right hand has been so effective and so powerful.
Effective, powerful, and impressively accurate from Tyson Fury.
And one thing Fury has not forgotten, even in the bad times, is using that jab during the course of this fight.
Well, there have been bad times, but are the good times about to roll here for Fury? He is tough, Nicolai Firtha. Very, very tough. The corner again, urging Fury to jab. Good again there from Fury. Once again, Firtha, like he was at the start of the fight, struggling to get into range.
And Tyson Fury has done something I haven't seen.
Right from Fury. Wow. And he stopped it.
What's that about?
He has stopped it here, John King, in the 5th. A huge right from Fury. And the referee decided that he had seen enough, and that now will be controversial.
I should think, there's no question Tyson Fury was controlling that round, but this man had hurt him with a big right hand only 3 rounds earlier. I can't imagine at that moment, to be perfectly candid, and I'm very loath to criticize officials, I can't imagine stopping it at that moment as we're heading toward the end of the round and he didn't go down. But the decision.
Fury's arm is the one being raised in the center of the ring. And it was such a terror for so many periods over those 5 rounds. But it seems a shame, but Fury gets the stoppage in the 5th. Well, once again, he showed his weaknesses, which makes him such an exciting fighter, but his strengths as well there, Al.
You know, I'll go back to a man that won the heavyweight championship, a different kind of fighter, Larry Holmes, who was a vulnerable but good champion. Wherever Tyson Fury goes in his boxing career, he's going to be a vulnerable but exciting fighter, even in victory, and we've seen that several times. That's what creates the excitement. But what I think was interesting about this performance, Dave, is he went back to doing the things that worked early in the fight. And he showed the discipline not to get lured into a wild brawl.
He's got to tighten up, though, and he wanted to send a message tonight to some of those world contenders, if you like, the ones on the level down from the Klitschko's, Helenius and Povetkin, Dimitrenko, people like this, Areola as well, I'm sure. Did he send a message, you think?
I think he showed them that he has the power and the ability to fight all of them. There's no question about that. That's the level in the heavyweight division where Tyson Fury is either at or very quickly approaching, and you can throw any of those names in the hat, have a fight, and maybe David Haye would be thrown in there as well, and it would be exciting.
And he's 23 years of age, and he's still got a lot to learn, as Nicolai Firtha did expose at times tonight, particularly in that nightmare 3rd round for Tyson Fury. But in the end, he was too strong, and he showed that if he does it his way, boxes behind the jab and looks for that right hand, he's got the measure of many, many fighters.
And let's remember the key point. He knocked out or stopped, even though we might question the stoppage, he stopped him.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the official time. 2 minutes, 19 seconds of round number 5. Our referee in charge, John Keane, stops the contest as the blue corner was in no condition to continue. Therefore, your winner and still undefeated, Tyson Fury. And ladies and gentlemen, how about a big round of applause for Nicolai Firtha.
So the King's Hall, Belfast, acclaims Tyson Fury here. We'll have much more reaction to come after a short break.
Yep. Well, Tyson Fury is with us here after winning here tonight in Belfast. You had to dig deep in the 3rd, Tyson, didn't you? That's for sure. You were asked a few questions then.
First thing, in Jesus' name, in that victory. Second thing, rest in peace, Glyn Jones. Yeah, I had to dig deep. He caught me the side of the head. Just a part of being a heavyweight boxer. As you can see, it's one punch away from victory. And I'd had to take a good shot there and show I can come back. And I thought it was an action-packed 5 or 6 rounds for the Irish fans, and I really enjoyed it. Credit to Nicolai, he was a tough guy, took some good shots, but in the end he was just taking too many.
One thing about this fight that I think was interesting is I felt that you wanted to make a very a fight in which you were disciplined with the jab, the straight right hand. You went back to that even after you got hurt. Is that a fair statement?
Yeah, fair statement, yeah.
And how important is that to you? Because that seems to be the ticket on the world stage for you.
Oh yeah, definitely. I got to keep working the jab, putting the right hand behind it and working on my defence more. It's just a part of learning, you know. You don't become a finished prodigy overnight, and I'm still learning, and I'm just looking forward to my next fight, and I hope everyone enjoyed it as much as I did.
Did you think the fight should be stopped at that point?
To be honest with you, he was seconds away from being blasted out of there. I caught him with a swinging right hand there, and he was gone, you know. He was properly gone.
Tyson, did you feel it was a step up from your last performance against Derek Chisora when you look at it?
Yeah, Nicolai's a very experienced guy. He's boxed all over America, North American champion. He went the distance with Alexander Povetkin, the next man. It just shows you what size can do. Povetkin hit him with every shot in the book, and I've hit him there, put him down and stopped him with a swinging right. Just shows you big men are big men and little men are little men. Stay out of my way.
We're showing people at home round by round as the fight unfolded. How was the first round from your point of view? How did it all start?
First round, to be honest with you, I was a bit too eager to get him out of there, to be honest. I wanted to put a big show on for everyone, and a bit too careless, but what can you do? It's a fight game, it's not tap dancing, you're going to get it. Went out and worked my jab, caught him with some good shots, and I just went for the kill, you know. Went for the kill too soon, but what can you say? It was a good fight, and I hope everyone's enjoyed it.
As people look at it, people look at this a couple different ways. Some will say you did what Povetkin couldn't do, and that is knock him out. And others will say, oh boy, he got hurt again in this fight. But do the two nullify each other, or is it a statement?
Well, I think it's a statement, really. Povetkin got punch job, and I just stopped him and put him down. So if Povetkin, my promoter's Mick Hennessy, and I'm sure he's going to be looking to get Povetkin in the ring as soon as possible.
Sure.
Because I'm willing to take on any man. Klitschko, Povetkin, anything, I'm ready. Let's get it on.
You can see we're showing people back home. Here it is, round 5, where it all finishes, Tyson.
Yeah, good shot. I don't know, I've got to go home and assess the tape, you know. I made some mistakes, and it's a learning curve, you know. People get knocked out all the time in boxing and whatever. I got caught with a good shot, and that was about it, really. What can you do?
You had a great counter right hand in this fight. That looked like a different weapon that we hadn't seen so much from you.
Well, I'm learning all the time in the gym, you know. I'm going home from this, I'm going to watch that tape a few times, analyse it. I got to work on my defence a bit, you know what I mean, and just take my time a bit more instead of rushing in. And once I get this jab going properly, no one in the world can deal with it.
Well, we all want to know what you're going to do next. Let's bring in Mick Hennessy, your promoter. Mick, come in here, just squeeze in next to us all here, and tell us where this young man's going to go, because obviously you would hope the sky's the limit. Everybody, I think, in Great Britain and Northern Ireland wants a world title shot for him at some stage. Where is he on that road?
Well, he's due to fight November 12th, and we're going to sit down and assess this situation tomorrow. But I'd like to say there was more action in one round there than Klitschko-Hay and Klitschko-Adamek put together. This is, without question, the most exciting fighter in world boxing, not just heavyweight boxing, world boxing. He can make fights a lot easier for himself, and that's what he's got to learn. He's got to adjust. But we're gonna work out who he's gonna fight November 12th, as long as he's got no hand injuries. Your hands okay? Your hands are okay. And then we're going to look at a European title and then go for a world title. But in 18 months' time, he won't make up the numbers with the Klitschkos. He'll beat the pair of them.
So what are these big promoters saying to you? What are they saying to you on the grapevine about the way that he's progressing? Are they saying keep going, a couple more fights, as you say, and maybe that dream can become a reality?
No, they'd like him right now because he's just turned 23. They'd love him right now. But that's not the smart move.
He's a bit green from their point of view.
Well, he's still learning. He's getting better with each fight. They'd love me to do that, but in 18 months' time, he'll wipe the floor with any heavyweight worldwide, and that's a promise. We're going to go back to the drawing board, but this kid's a superstar in the making, and everyone needs to get behind him because he's something very special. When you think the current WBA champion had a bore fest and couldn't do nothing with Nicolai Firtha, and what he's just done now, that at 23, that's incredible.
Tyson, your man is saying that the world is at your feet when it comes to the boxing world.
Well, you know what it is, Rome wasn't built in a day, and I've got to keep learning, and you know what it is, I will fight these men. It's a boxing match to me, and I'm looking forward to the bigger fights in the future. Leave it to this guy, and I do the fighting, but the proof's in the pudding. Just like to say big shout out to my dad, my mother, all my family. God bless you.
Lovely. Thank you very much, gents. Mick, thank you, Tyson. Thank you very much indeed. Lots more to come here from Belfast, but a big night for Tyson Fury.